Everyone, I'm going to continue this fantastic series, friends, of the daily page of the Gemara. We're on page number 37 here of Masechet Avodah Zara. Nothing like being in central Jerusalem to share over some amazing words. Now we're talking about insects, not the favourite topic of anyone, that is for sure. But as we know that there's a tangent over here that's coming, and it's a different discussion, let's just say, that the Gemara brings in a variety that quotes Yossi ben Yoezer as ruling an el kamtsa in is kosher, something called an el kamtsa is kosher. So what is this? This is flabbergasting. Is it over here? Okay, what does this mean? An el kamtsa is a type of locust. The word, let's just say kamsa in Aramaic, means locust, and the expression el kamsa, a ram locust, probably refers to the fact that this particular type of locust had a head, let's just say, and an antenna that appeared similar to ram's horns. In many languages we find that, let's say, beetles and insects are called by names of large animals. For example, the Hebrew word for a ladybug is parat Moshe Rabbeinu. Let's just say that is one thing Rabbi Adin Stanzelt says. Now the Torah lists a number of locusts that are tahor, pure. Let's just say that they are, let's say, kosher according to this, and permissible to eat. This is we have to see Vayikra chapter number 11, Parshat Shmini. Since the Torah not only offers bodily indications of kashrut, but also gives the names of locusts that are kosher, the sages are going to insist over here that locusts could only be identified as kosher if there were additional signs that they fell into a kosher category. In many cases, as to say, there was also an existing tradition with regarding to status. From its description in Talmud, it appears that the El Kamsa had a different appearance than other kosher locusts, which is why there were, let's say, a specific need at that point in time for testimony that would establish its kashrut. Now, Yossi ben Yoezer, Ish Tzada, he was the first head of, let's just say, the pairs, chavrutot of rabbi scholars who are mentioned at the beginning of Masechet Avot, a student of Antigonos Ish Socho. This is what's widely reported over. At that time, the scholars were not given titles and were simply called by their names. According to Talmud, Yossi ben Yoezer, who was, I think, Cohen, lived during the period when the Jewish leadership in Jerusalem, let's just say at that point in time, was made up of Hellenistic people. He was put to death by his nephew Alkios, who was an evil, let's just say, Cohen, and died a martyr's death. Now, he is, I think, known as a Hasid She Bakido, the righteous among the people, right, among the priests, because he was particularly strict about issues of ritual purity. It was he who instituted the rabbinical ordinance declaring the lands of the diaspora to be considered ritually defiled, although he was known for his strict positions, let's just say, in this area of halacha. In other fields he was known as lenient, such as that he was sometimes referred to as Yossi Sharia, Yossi, therefore who permits. Very interesting here in Avodah Zara.